Brad Purcell grew up with farming, family gardens, and chicken keeping. He says it's part of the fabric of life in Portuguese Cove, a rural community half an hour from downtown Halifax.
I mean, it's just what you did, and actually I'm using the same space my granddad did for where he had his garden.
And for the last few years, he and his family have been joining in that tradition. He says raising chickens in particular has been an important part of his family's life.
The kids, they enjoy it. They get to see where food comes from. They learn, they watch them have eggs, and I think that's important.
But last spring, Purcell's wife, Cindy Scott, found a Halifax bylaw compliance officer at her door, there to tell them that a passerby had made a complaint. It said that one of their chickens had been on the road. Scott says that the compliance officer was sympathetic, in part because she also kept chickens.
So she couldn't believe it herself that she was knocking on my door to tell me that we weren't allowed to have chickens.
Not allowed to have them because keeping chickens in HRM is against the local bylaws. But instead of getting rid of their flock, the family fenced their chickens in, hoping the city would leave them alone. It didn't. Last week, they received a summons to provincial court to face charges from the city. Without the resources to fight in court, they had to give their 27 chickens away.
To get rid of them was heartbreaking. It really was.
In an email response, officials with the city said that areas zoned as residential do not permit agricultural uses in order to mitigate the impact that use could have on neighboring residents and properties, and that the municipality cannot ignore such violations. But the city also acknowledges that they made a commitment in the 2014 regional plan to promote food security.
They're telling people to, be green and all this stuff and help the environment. Well, I mean, there's nothing better than this lifestyle to me.
And so, this family finds themselves caught between city bylaws of the past and of the future. John Wimberly, WTV News, Portuguese Cove.